Our customers and ICA's customers have a lot of automation assets out at your site, locally and perhaps even at remote sites or stations. And these are all of your automation devices like controllers, HMIs, drives, managed switches. And each of those has one or multiple configuration files or programs that are associated with it. And so organizing and managing all of that content alone can not only be daunting, but it can even be risky for your operations and your business continuity. So an asset management solution, like say Factory Talk Asset Center, centralizes the management of all of those assets. And it ultimately saves you time and it saves you money through reduced downtime, more efficient use of your personnel, and improving your security and your safety. Next slide, please. Some of the common challenges and the risks that our customers like you often face include lost configurations and device failures. So for instance, if one of your PLCs were to fail right now, do you know precisely where to go find the code? What about a managed switch configuration file? I've seen customers down literally for days because of those types of issues. Maybe you have multiple versions of documents that you have to manage. Additionally, as your production environments change, as pretty much all of them do over time, you have to think about how you're managing and documenting that change. Do you know who is making the code changes? Do you know why they're making code changes? Unauthorized and undocumented access is a concern at any manufacturing site. So having that ability to restrict access to certain parts of your process are essential to production and safety. And the primary goal of Factory Talk Asset Center is to reduce or to eliminate some of those concerns. And working with a partner like ICA Engineering that's familiar with your process, your assets, and the solutions is really essential to an effective implementation. Next slide, please. So very briefly, I just want to highlight some of Asset Center's capabilities. These are the core capabilities of Asset Center broken into 5 categories. And first, you've got the archive and disaster recovery piece. That archive enables you to centrally manage all of the versions of your programs and your files and your folders, and it gives you source control, meaning that people have to check in and check out those documents for editing, which ultimately ensures there's a single version of the truth. Asset Center can also back up the files living on your automation assets. Next, the auditing capabilities of Asset Center allow you to track all of those detailed user actions in real time. So if there was a code change that was made, you're going to know who was logged in, where, when, and exactly what code changes were made simply by reviewing an audit log. Another core feature is security. So Asset Center gives you total control over your automation system. You determine who can view or edit any electronic document. Perhaps you only want your maintenance employees or your controls engineers editing your Studio 5000 programs, okay? You can also manage asset life cycles with Asset Center. There's an enormous install base of legacy equipment out there. So if there is a migration path, Asset Center is going to tell you what that path is. And finally, it supports third-party devices as well, not just Rockwell. So in conclusion, I would encourage you to have a discussion with ICA Engineering about how you could implement some of the tools we talked about today to bolster your security, to more efficiently manage your assets, and to ultimately ensure your business continuity.